Long ago, in a quiet little village, there lived an old man and his wife. Each of them had a daughter from a previous marriage. The man's daughter was gentle, hardworking, and kind. She had a soft voice, a patient heart, and was always ready to help anyone in need. But the woman's daughter was the opposite, lazy, proud, and selfish. She hated working, always wanted things the easy way, and thought herself far too pretty to lift a finger. The stepmother could never see the good in her husband's daughter. She was jealous of her beauty and kindness, so she treated her very harshly. Every chore in the house, cooking, sweeping, washing, tending to the animals, was given to the poor girl, while her own daughter sat idle combing her hair or playing with trinkets. One day the stepmother grew angry and shouted at the kind girl, "Get out of this house! Go find work in a rich man's house, and do not return until you have earned money!" With tears in her eyes, the poor girl packed a small bundle and set off. She walked along a dusty road until she came upon an old dried tree. Its branches were weak and heavy with dead twigs. The tree spoke softly. "Dear child, where are you going?" "I am searching for work," she replied. "But before I go, yes, I will help you." With a heart full of compassion, the girl decided to help the old tree, carefully removing the dead twigs and clearing its roots. As she worked, something extraordinary began to happen. Patiently, she plucked off all the dry twigs, stacking them neatly on the ground. The tree seemed to sigh with relief, its branches lighter and stronger. "Thank you, kind girl," said the tree. "May your journey be blessed." Smiling, she continued her way. Next, she came upon a vineyard where old, tangled vines drooped to the ground. Girl called the vineyard, "Will you help me?" "Yes, I surely will," she said. She cleared the weeds, trimmed the vines, and set the sticks upright again. The vineyard looked fresh and healthy once more. "Thank you, dear child. May you never go hungry or thirsty," blessed the vineyard. She walked further until she found a broken mud oven crumbling and covered in dust. "My dear, before you pass, can you fix me?" it asked. Though tired, the girl agreed. She gathered clay, mixed it with water, and carefully mended the oven until it was whole again. Her clothes and hands were covered in mud, but she didn't mind. "Thank you," the oven said warmly. "One day you will find food when you most need it." Then came an old well filled with muddy water and leaves. The well called out, "Please clean me." The girl fetched a bucket and tirelessly drew water, tossing it out until the well ran clear. She scrubbed the stones and cleared the dirt until fresh water sparkled below. "Thank you, kind soul," said the well. "One day I will quench." At last a dirty little dog limped up to her. Its fur was matted, its eyes full of sadness. "Can you bathe me, young girl? I am very dirty." She gently washed the dog, combed its fur, and trimmed its tangled hair until it wagged its tail happily. "Thank you," barked the dog. "I will not forget your kindness." At last she reached a beautiful house. It shimmered in the sunlight, its windows sparkling like jewels. Inside lived 7 fairies. "May I stay here just for the night?" the girl asked politely. The fairies smiled. "You may stay. But if you wish to work here, you must clean our house for 1 year. There are 7 rooms. Clean 6 of them, but never enter the 7th. The girl agreed. For a whole year she worked faithfully, keeping the fairy house spotless, never once disobeying their rule. At the end of the year, the girl wished to return home. The fairies led her to a chamber filled with gold and silver. The girl filled her bundle with gems, then continued her way. At the well she had once cleaned, fresh, cool water rose up just for her. The next morning she awoke to find her dress and hair shining with gold and silver. On her way home she met the little dog again. It wagged its tail and led her to a secret place filled with diamonds and pearls. "Take as much as you wish," said the dog. At the oven, hot pies and bread appeared for her to eat and carry. At the vineyard, ripe grapes and sweet wine were offered to her. And at the tree, golden apples hung enticingly from the branches, beckoning her closer. With her heart full of joy, she reached up and picked a golden apple from the tree, savoring the moment before continuing down the magical path. As she walked down the path, she felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing that magic awaited her at home, illuminated by the golden light of the setting sun. She finally reached home, her heart racing with excitement as she prepared to share the wonders and gifts of her incredible day with her family. The stepmother was furious at her husband's daughter's success. "This is nothing," she snapped. "Wait until my own daughter goes. She will return with 10 times the treasure." So the lazy girl set off. But when the tree asked her for help, she said, "I won't dirty my hands." The vineyard begged, and she said, "I don't have time." The oven asked, and she said, "I don't want to get muddy." The well pleaded, and she said, "I'll get tired." The dog whimpered, and she shrieked, "Stay away, you filthy thing!" The lazy girl continued on her path, completely oblivious to the suffering around her. Each pleading voice went ignored as she strolled past, reveling in her own sense of entitlement. The once vibrant tree drooped under the weight of despair. The vineyard lay barren without care, and the well echoed emptiness. The oven's warmth faded, and the dog's whimpers turned into resigned silence, all while the girl remained lost in her own world. Everywhere she turned, nature seemed to conspire against her. The dog, once a friendly companion, now appeared as a menacing guardian. The well, usually a source of refreshment, now stood like a fortress, withholding its life-giving water. Each step she took felt heavier as the world around her shifted, and the magic she had once sought now twisted into a tormenting trap. Finally, she too came to the fairy house. The fairies gave her the same rule: clean 6 rooms, but never enter the 7th. At first she worked, but soon her laziness took over. She snuck into the 7th room. The moment she stepped inside, the door slammed shut. Out came swarms of insects, biting and stinging her. She screamed and ran out, her clothes torn and face bruised. She rushed home, but on the way the dog barked and chased her away. The well refused her water. The oven blew fire at her. The vineyard turned away its grapes. The tree lifted its branches high. She rushed home, but on the way the dog barked and chased her away. The well refused her water. The oven blew fire at her. The vineyard turned away its grapes. The tree lifted its branches high. At last she stumbled home, covered in dirt and blood, crying with empty hand. The stepmother was filled with shame, and the husband, tired of her cruelty, sent both her and her daughter away. From that day on, the kind girl lived happily, blessed with love, wealth, and joy. As the seasons changed, the young girl blossomed into a confident woman, cherished by all who knew her, and every day was filled with gratitude and love. Her kindness transformed the hearts of those around her, and soon her delightful spirit became known throughout the land, making her a beloved figure to all. The moral of the story is clear kindness and hard work always bring blessings, while laziness and selfishness bring misery.